Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Keralatham CBSE School Moodle online classes. In previous class we discussed fifth problem of exercise 6.3. So today we will continue with sixth problem. So here they have given for each of the following number find the smallest whole number. We have to find out smallest whole number by which it should be divided so as to get a perfect square. They have given some numbers here. These are not perfect square numbers. So that we have to find out smallest whole number to divide this number to get square number, perfect square number. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. So we'll get square number. So we have to find out square root of that square number. See here, sixth problem, first one. They are given 252 here. So this is not perfect square number. This 252 is not perfect square number, but here we have to find out one whole number to divide this number, this given number, to divide this given number. So when we divide this given number, we should get perfect square number. So we should first find out the number which is used to divide this number to get a perfect square number. So after getting that perfect square number, we have to find out square root. See here first I will consider this 252. So now I will find out that whole number by using prime factorization method. So here last digit is 2 means even number is there, so we can factorize with the help of table 2. So here 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and next 1 is remaining means what it becomes 12, 2 6 are 12. So again it is 6 here means it can be factorized with the help of 2 only. So here first they have given 12 means 2 6 are 12, 2 3 are 6. Now it is 63 means last digit is 3. This is odd number, so it will not come in table 2. So now we will check this number in table 3. How to check? We have to add these two numbers. 6 plus 3, what we will get? 9. So 9 is there in table 3. So it can be factorized with the help of table 3. So 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. So now 21 means 3 7s are 21. So now this 7 is not there in table 3, so we have to factorize it with the help of 7 only, 7 ones are. So here there are pair of 2's means there are 2 2's, 2 3's, but there is single 7. Okay, you can check here there are pair of 2's, pair of 3's, but there is only one 7. Therefore, we have to divide 252 with 7 to get the perfect square number. So here I will write therefore we have to divide 252 by 7 to get perfect square number. Perfect square number. Now I will divide this 252 by 7 to get the perfect square number. So here I will write 252 divided by 7. So here 7 ones are 7, 7 threes are 21, 7 fours are 28. So 28 is greater than 25. So we should consider 7 threes are 21 only. So 4 is remaining here. 4 is remaining means here it becomes 42. So 7 6 is 42. So what we got here? 36 is the perfect square number. Okay. So now we have to find out square root of this 36. Okay. So to find out 36, square root of 36, here we should write these paired values, means there are two twos, two threes. So I can write here 2 into 2 and 3 into 3. I will write two values only, but I will not write this single value. So that here you can check 2 to the 4, 4 3 the 12, 1 3 the 36. So now we are calculating square root of 36 means what we should write? Only if you consider single value means 2 into 3. What will you get? 6. 6 is the square root of 36. So now what we did here, we are given one number 252, so that this is not a perfect square number. So by prime factorization method, we will find out one number, one whole number. Here in this problem, 7 is that whole number. So that we will divide this number by this whole number to get the perfect square number. So we are dividing given number 252 and this whole number 7. What we will get? Perfect square number. And after getting this perfect square number, we should find out square root value. Okay. So here in this problem, what we did? In 252 by factorization method, only 7 is single value is there. Here there are two twos, two threes, but 7 is single. So here we will divide 252 by 7, what we will get? 36. So square root of 36 equals to, here we should consider pair of values, means two values, 2 into 2 and 3 into 3. So while calculating square root of 36, we should consider only one value, means 2 into 3. Only square root of 36, 6 is the answer. So now I will solve another problem, second one, in sixth main only. So here in second problem, what is the number they have given? 2925. 2925. So here I should calculate or find out the smallest whole number to get the perfect square. Here this is not perfect square number. So by prime factorization method, first we have to find out one whole number which is used to divide this number to get perfect square number. So here in 2925 last digit is 5, means this is odd number. So this will not come in table 2. So now we will check this number with table 3. How to check? We have to add all these numbers. 2 plus 9, what you will get? 2 plus 9, 11. 11 plus 2, 13. 13 plus 5, 18. So 18 is there in table 3. So now we can factorize this number with the table 3. So now here 29 means 3 nines are 27. So 2 is remaining. So here it becomes 22. 22 means 3 sevens are 21. Again 1 is remaining. So here it becomes 15 means 3 fives are 15. Now again you can check this number with the table 3 only, because last digit is 5, which is odd number. So 9 plus 7, what will get? 16. 16 plus 5, 21. Again 21 is there in table 3, so that you can factorize this with the table 3 only. So 3 is the 9, 3 to the 6, 1 is remaining, so it becomes 15, means 3 5 are 15. So now again last digit is 5, means odd number, so we will check with the table 3 only. How to check? 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 5, 10. So 10 is not there in table 3. So we cannot factorize 325 with the help of table 3. So Next, you can check with the table 4. Table 4 means 4 is even number, so we will not get 325 there. So 325 means you can factorize this number with the help of 5. Okay, so here 5 means 5 6 the 30. So 2 is remaining. What it becomes 25. So 5 5 the 25. Okay. So now again with the help of 5, what we can do? 5 1 the 5. So 1 is remaining, it becomes 15, 5 3 is the 15. So now 13 is remaining. So 13 into 1, 13. So now again you can check here. There are two threes and two fives, but only one 13 is there. So to get perfect square number, you have to divide 2925 with the help of 13 only. So here I will write, you have to divide 2925 by 13 to get perfect square number. Okay. So now I will divide this to 2925 by 13. So here 13 1 the 29 means 13 to the 26. So 3 is remaining. So it becomes 32 here. 32 means 13 3 the 39, which is greater than 32. So again you should consider 13 to the only. 13 to the 26 means 6 is remaining. So now it becomes 65. 65 means 13 5 are 65. So what we got here 225. Listen carefully here 13 to the 26. Here it is 29. 13 to the 26 means 3 is remaining. So here it becomes 32. 32 means again 13 to the 26. So again 6 is remaining. It becomes 65. So 13 5 is 65. So what we got here 225. This is the perfect square number. So that you can write here 225 equals to these paired values means 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. You should consider 3 into 3 and 5 into 5. But you should not write 13 because you should divide this 13 to 2925. So when you multiply these numbers 3 into 3 9, 9 into 5 45. So 45 into 5 means what we get 225 only. So now we have to calculate square root of this number means square root of 225 equals to what you will get? You should consider only one value 3 into 5. So 3 into 5 means what you will get? 3 into 5 equals to 15. So 15 is the square root of 225. So what will be here? First we consider this number and by prime factorization method we calculated this whole number to divide this number. So here we are dividing 2925 divided by this 13 to get this perfect square number, and after getting this perfect square number here we are calculating square root of this perfect square number. Okay. So now here in sixth main column they have given totally 6 questions. In these 6 questions I solved first 2 questions. Like this only try to solve remaining 4 problems of sixth main question. Again if you get any doubt you can contact me. So now I will continue with 7th problem of exercise 6.3. Now, in seventh problem, what they are given, the students of class 8 of a school donated rupees 2,401 in all. So from class 8, they have given donated rupees 2,401 for Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. Each student donated as many rupees as number of students in the class. So each students here they have donated as many as students they are in class. Find the number of students in the class. So here what they are given in class 8, all of the students they are given 2,401 rupees to Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. And here each student donated how much money? As many rupees as they are in class. Suppose for example consider if there are only 4 students in class. For example, if there are only 4 students in class and what they are given in problem, they are giving money or they are donating how much as many rupees as number of students. They are donating how much, how many students are there in classroom. So how many students are there in class? For example, there are 4 students, means here according to this problem these students will give 4 rupees, means each student will give 4 rupees, because they have given that each student will donate how many rupees, as many rupees as the number of students in the class. So how many number of students are there in class, that many numbers they will donate. Means here there are 4, suppose for example there are 4 number of students are there in class, means they will donate 4 rupees each. So if they donate 4 rupees each, so they will donate how much? 4 students, 4 rupees, means 4 into 4, what will get? 16 rupees. 4 students are there in class and they are donating 4 rupees each. Because what they have given in problem, each student will donate how many students are there in classroom. So there are 4 students in class, for example, means they will donate 4 rupees only. So 4 students, 4 rupees means total amount is 4 into 4. So what you will get? 4 into 4 means 16 rupees. Okay. So square root of 16, you all know square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 16 is 4, because 4 into 4, when you multiply 4 2 times, 4 into 4 what you will get? 16. So square root of 16 is 4. So this 4 indicates number of students in the class. Or each student donated. Okay, here there, for example, this is for example, there are 4 students in class and according to problem they are donating how much money? How many numbers of students are there in classroom? So each student will give or donate 4 rupees. So 4 students, 4 rupees means 4 into 4, totally they will donate 16 rupees. So here they are asking how many students are there, means we have to find out square root of 16. Okay. So square root of 16 means we all know 4. So this 4 indicates number of students in class or each student donated value. Okay. So like this only here they have given in class 8. In class 8 all of them donated 2,401 rupees. How much money? 2,401 rupees in class 8. And they have given that each student is donating how much? how many numbers of students are there in class. So here they are asking number of students in class. They are asking number of students in class. So what we have to do here, again we have to find out square root of this number to get the number of students in class. So here in this example I considered small number means 4 or 16. So here we can write directly square root of 16 is 4. But here they have given how much money? 2401 rupees. So we have to find out square root of 2401 rupee to get the number of students in class. So here by prime factorization method I will find out square root of 2401 rupees. Okay, so now here you can check last digit is 1. So this is odd number, it will not come in table 2. So now you can check with the table 3. So to check what we have to do, we will add all these values. 2 plus 4 6, 6 plus 0 6, and 6 plus 1 means 7 you will get. So you cannot divide or factorize with the help of table 3. Again you can check with the table 4. It is odd number and table 4 means 4 is even number. It cannot be factorized with the help of table 4. So here again this will not come in table 5 and table 6 also. You can check with the table 7. Here I will check with the table 7. 7 3s are 21. Here it is 24 means 3 is remaining. So it becomes 30 here. 30 means 7 4s are 28. So 2 is remaining. So here it becomes 21 means 7 3s are 21. Okay. So now again I will factorize with 7 only. 34 means 7 4s are 28 because 7 5s are 35 is there. So I will consider 7 4s are 28 means what you will get 4 plus 2 6. So 6 is remaining. Here it becomes 63. 63 means 7 9s are 63. Here see here 7 4s are 28 means here it is 34. So 6 is remaining. Here it becomes 63. So 7 9s are 63. So now we got 49 means again we can factorize with the help of 7 only. 7 7s are 49. So 7 is remaining. 7 1s are 7. So now we can calculate square root of 2401. So factors of multiples of 2401 are 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. So there are 4 sevens. So here 2401 means what you can write here. I will make group of 2 numbers. So here 7 into 7 means 7 square into 7 into 7 means 7 square. So again 2401 equals to, I can write it as 7 into 7 whole square. So here we are calculating square root of 2401 means I will not consider this square value because here I consider square root. So I will write only 7 into 7. So what we will get? Square root of 2401 equals to 7 into 7 means what we will get? 49. 7 7 are 49. So square root of 2401 is 49. So below this, therefore we should write below this, therefore there are 49 students are there in class 8. So I hope you are clear with these problems. Try to solve remaining problems of 6th main questions. In next class I will continue with 8th problem of exercise 6.3. Thank you all.